To start, I'm going to read you a poem. These are not poems by Woody Guthrie, but these have come out of Bound for Glory. Passages from different aspects of his life, from when he was living here in Okemah to when he was traveling around. In Alamogordo, there's a very nice passage, and the one I read from New York City is another one. But this one is when he is busking into the Seattle area with his good buddy Cisco Houston. It's called Cisco and Me, Some for Our Chips. It's a great picture of what the Skid Row life was in those days as they were trying to earn a few bucks and have a good time traveling around. So it's called Cisco and Me, Some for Our Chips by Woody Guthrie. We lived along the Skid, looking in at the bars and taverns. We were listening to neon signs sputter and crackle. And we were on the lookout for a gang of live ones. The old splotchy plate glass windows looking too dirty for the hard rain ever to wash clean. Old doors and dumps and cubby holes have a sickly pale color about them, and men and women, bosses and work hands are humped around inside and talking back and forth to each other. Some soggy-smelling newsstands tied to, and they tried to keep their fronts open and sell horse race tips and sheets to the people. And they were ducking head down in the rain, and the pool holes stuck to high heaven. In the rain, with tobacco smoke and spit and piles of dirty men yelling over their bets. Hot shop windows, all piled and hanging full of every article known to man, and hot there by the men that needed them the most. There was tools, and there was shovels, and there was carpenter kits and paint sets. There was compasses and brass faucets, plumber tools, saws, axes, big watches that hadn't run since the last war, and canvas tents and bedrolls taken from the fruit tramps. Coffee joints, slippered stool ties, hash counters with open fronts was lined with men swallowing and chewing and hoping that the rain would wash something like a job down Skid Row. Somewhere down towards Skid Row, a job. The garbage is along the street stones and the curbing, and the shale and the slush that washes down the hills. From the nicer parts of town, the paper's crumpled and rotten, and the straw, manure, and the silt that comes down from the high places. Like the Cisco kid and me, we came down from the high places. We came down like several thousand rounders to land and to clog and to get caught along the Skid Row. This is where the working people come to squeeze a little fun and rest out of a buffalo nickel. This is where they come, these 3 or 4 blocks of old, wobbling flop houses and buildings. I know you people I see here on the Skid. The hats pulled down over your faces that I can't see. And you know my name, and you know me, and you call me a guitar busker. You call me a joint hopper. You call me a tip canary, a kitty box man. Movie people, horse wranglers, dead-enders, stew bums, stealers, dealers, sidewalk stealers, con men, sly folks, guys, flatfoots, reefer riders, dopers, smokers, boilers, stokers, sailors, whalers, barflies, brass railers, spittoon tuners, fruit tree pruners, cobbers, spiders, three-way riders, honest people, fakes, vamps and bleeders, saviors, saved, side street singers, whorehouse hunters, doorbell ringers, footloosers, rod riders, caboosers, outsiders, honky-tonk and whiskey millers, gin soaks, comers, goers, good girls, bad girls, teasers, whores, buskers, corn huskers, nice people, bastards, sons of bitches, fair, square, and honest folk, low, sneaky, greeting people, and somewhere in amongst all of these Skid Row skidders, Cisco and me, we sung for our chips. As a worship, Woody Guthrie.